Today I'm going to assemble a Carolina Blooma outdoor storage box. It can be used for a number of things like bin bags, etc., wheelie bins and stuff. This is the finished article. So we do start off here by going through the parts. We have the instructions. We have, that's for the lid, lock receiver. We have 2 hinges, door handle, another door handle, lock bolt, hinges, screws, chains and hooks, and they receive, they connect to the top of wheelie bins and stuff. Anyway, that's that. We need this piece here, this goes on the back, and then we have 2 pieces for the bag. I'll fix them up now in a minute. We have the ground piece, we have the 2 doors, we have the 2 pieces that go in the ends of the lid, which is here, that's the lid, and we have these are 2 doors, sorry, and these are 2 sides. So that's all the pieces you need. So what I'll do is I'll assemble the bottom and the 2 sides and the back first, and I'll pause the video each time until I start to have them ready to be done, and I'll show you how it's done each time. Now, step 1 is you take the base, you lay it down, and there's a metal bar which is this. You remove it as it shows this one, which I've done. Right. So what we do is we lay it down here, and we get the 2 sides and we just click them in like this. So get right around first of all. So, here we go. Now it goes in there and there. So click, click, simple. Same for the other side. Excuse me, my love, my little helper here. Now this one goes same thing. And then the bottom, both sides. And then click. There we go. That's step 1 done. Now, 1 done. Step 2. We get the 2 back bits, which is here. There's one behind the other, so there's 2 of them there. You lay them on the ground and you fix them together. Now this is very important, that with the arrows, you see the arrows on the thing, that they're the opposites. 1 arrow going up, 1 arrow going down. Okay? So what we'll do is, I'll lay them down. Put them down now. So follow me. 1, and then 2. There we go. What you do is you keep them flush at the sides, like this, and you keep them, you pull it tight like that. And what you do then is you just fix them. You screw it in, and it's as simple as that. I'll come back to you in 1 second. Cup of tea is always handy. So what you do is you need a screw gun. You make sure that they're tight up here. Screw them in. 1, 2. 3. 4. Now, and I'm on under the baby. Excuse me, love. 5. So we need to take this. Take it up. 1 second. Right. As we can see, it's fixed together. 2 of them. Arrows facing up, arrows facing down. Right? We need to slot it in here. into these channels here, all along the bottom, along the edge. And what you do is you hold it in an angle and drop it in. So what I'll do is I'll get it in and come back to you. Actually, yeah. Now fits in there. It's not properly in, but it's, you jiggle it in and get it into the slots, you see. So next step is you take this bar here, right, and that goes on top of that. So it's like H shape, and the piece at the back sticking up faces inwards. That goes on top, like this, both sides. Right. Sits on there, and the purpose of that is it straightens it up, and it's for fixing into the back, into here. See, with the screws. So what we'll do is we'll push this all in together, so it's just a matter of jiggling around, pushing it into the edges. And this bit here is a bit fatter, so you just sort of have to pull the plastic back here to get this piece in here, but it's really easy. So anyway, I'll do that and I'll come back. So here we go. That's it. 1 second. That's it there now. In, as you can see, both sides. But the thing is, here you just have to sort of, there's a bulge on this here. This is nothing to worry about. And the same this side, but it'll be screwed in and all fixed up. So you fill in the screws at the back, one here, one there, so on. There's 4 that side, 4 this side, 4 on the bottom. Fix them in, make sure it's tight in at the sides, and then we'll do the next step thereafter. Now it's all fixed. So you can see the screws stitching it together. All down the bottom as well. And the same here, make sure they're in nice and tight, that this is squeezed in, you know, squeeze it in, squeeze it together so it's nice tight laying down. However, that's it, you stitch all that, that's the back done. Don't forget to make sure you have the top bar on. Next step is, let's have a look at the instructions. So we've done this, we've fixed the two together, we've fitted it into the back, we've put the top metal bar across the top, we've squeezed it together like I was saying, and we've screwed it. We're at this point now. The next step is we're going to take the lid and the 2 side bits for the lid, and we're going to fix them in. They're really simple, but when I say they're really simple, there's something to remember with these. When fixing these in, you make sure that the edges here are squeezed in, that they fit in both sides here now, you know, because it's easy for one, like for both of them not to be inside the middle of the lid. So let's have a look. See that says grand, and that says seems to be grand, and then it just simply goes click, click, click. Make sure that's okay. Yes, it is. And click. Then we just screw in there, and we do that on both sides. So we'll repeat that twice. I'm back in a minute with the video. Once you fit in the ends, you click them into place. You put the screw in the top, and simply you get your screw gun. And screw them into place. Voila. One. That's it, that's the 2. So you do them both the same, one on with that end, one on that end. That's that step now. So the next step we have, where are we? Here we are here. So click, click, and then it comes. You click them in there, both sides, and then you fix them with the screws like I just showed you there. Next step is the hinge. So you get the lid, you turn it upside down, and lay it on the ground. And we'll come back to that now in 1 second. Turn it around. There's a bit of space. My little helper's helping me. A great helper. We bring out the lid. Lid down. Get the 2 hinges. Bring the screw on. And the hinges go. Martha, spread them for me, please. Great helper. And then you put them like this. They fit like that. Simple as that. You can see there's a recess here for the back of the hinge, and there's 2 screw holes, and it fits in there simply in line with the screw holes, and then you screw them in. Repeat 2 times. Now the hinges are in place. There's 1. We do a little helper, and there's 2. The next thing is it's a lock receiver, and this goes on here like this. See, there's 2 screw holes, 2 holes in it there. Put that there, and you fix the screws on. I'll be back to you in a second. Now, you can see they're fixed, screwed in, so that's ready to go. Now we have the hinges, the lock receiver, and the hinges. Now what we do is I'll show you on the instructions. That's 2 screws fixed in there, same on this side, and then we have the lock receiver that's fitted in and done and dusted. Now we're on to step 11. We need to put the hinge or the lid on the box itself, and we need to screw it. And it's really simple. You just put it up and you screw 2 screws into each side of each hinge, and that fixes it firmly in place. So I'll do that and I'll come back to you in 1 second. Now, me little helper. So it just sits up top. It's not fixed yet. As you can see, it's not fixed at all. And then there's 2 screws. There's just 1 here and 1 here, and it's the same the other side. 1 there, 1 there. You fixed them, and that's the lid on, done and dusted. Now they're screwed up, both sides. First time trying it. Let's see. Next, he slides down and opens up. Lovely. This side again. Try it. Down and up. Beautiful. Now the next thing is the doors, and they're so simple. They couldn't be any simpler actually. So we go and get the doors. We need 2 doors, which are here. I done earlier on in the video. Bring these in here, and then we have a left door and a right door. So we'll see which is which. What we need to do first of all is, the Martha, hold that there for a second. We need to insert the bottom bolt. So we'll do that now. So we need these 2 pieces here to come together like that. And what you do is you just slide them in. They just slide into here. So push them in. Doing this with 1 hand. Martha, do us a favour, hold this camera just like this here. You have to make sure you don't press any buttons, so hold it at the top. See those buttons here? Yeah. There you go. Now, just let go for a sec. And we just push this in here like this. You just pop it in, and I should come back when I do that. Now, that's it in there. So it takes a little bit of just pushing. It's very easy to get it in. And what you do then is, after that, what you have to do is, there's 3 screw holes here, and we fix it in with the screws then. So what we'll do next is, I'll screw them in, and I'll come back then. Now, as we can see in the instructions, whenever the camera focuses back in there, see, this one goes into this one, and then you push the two of them in. And when you have that done, move to the next page. You fix them with screws, as I says. You turn it around. See, you put it in one, you put the bolt lock in, and then you flip it around, and then you screw it. As you can see, there's the bolt lock in, and there's 3 screws. So anyway, the next step is put on the hinges and connect them. So we'll have a look here. So you have a WHL left L, WHL right R. So what you do is you get these two, left and right, and we need WHR, WLHR right, and it has the bolt lock action thing in it. So let's see, that would be here. So this is the right, and I have a left one here. So this one, right, just shift it in there, easy, and you take it, and then you just receiver down here, and you just put it into that there. Hold on 1 second, right? Hey! And then you put that one into the hole. There.
Pull the finger off yourself, get out of it!
So, and then you click this in here. I'll just show you the instructions. You put the 2 pieces on top of each door, and then you put it down on the bottom here, and then you just click them in like this. Watch. So, what I'm doing is I'm putting my body against the edge,
there,
and I hold it like this. There we go. And then,
you hold it for Daddy when Daddy asks you for a give it. Yes, you did it.
There, click.
Is it done?
That's it.
Right?
That's one door. The bolt. Right, and there's a second door.
Look, Daddy, he fixed it
So,
for you.
oh, thank you. He's great fella. So this one's upside down. Turn it around. And make sure that's right. Yes, it is. So put the hinge in. Hinge in. So easy I can do with one hand. Right. Same thing. Put it in the bottom. Put the hinge in. Oh, there's a piece of moulding on it, so I'll pull this off. And then put it in here like this. Into the hole, and then click. Click. That's it. Now, 2 doors. Now, help, there you go. Right, the next thing is fixing the bolt, the lock and bolt, and the handle. And basically, there's 2 screws for the handle, one here, and one here, and then there's 2 screws for the bolt lock action. There's one here, there's one here. But now, assembling these is the thing. It's really simple. You take this one here, these 2. So we move on here. The next piece. So step 16. So we get the pieces in place like they're shown on the drawing. This is more over to here like this, and then you get this one, which I can see goes like that, and then you just push it into the hole, and you just push it hard through. And 1 second. Like that. And this one then just goes click. That's it. Simple as that. That's it. Really simple. and then the screw onto the back. So I go and screw them on into place now. You can see everything has a place, yeah, okay. And then the screw in the back, like I said. Back in a second. Now we can see here in step we've done 16 assembling the lock and bolt. Step 17 is to screw in the handle and the lock and bolt onto both doors. Important part in this is when fixing the handle, you have to make sure that the hole is on this side. Very important, right? And then same thing, got 2 screws there, 2 screws there. And we have the doors. We just close this over here, push this locking system down there. Right. Oh, sorry, my fault. Wrong way around. So this goes in first, this goes in second. You lock the bottom, and then you see what the hole is for the receiver here. So it's very important to have the hole on that side of the handle. Easy to mess it up really. And then that goes in there like that, and it clicks down like that. And then the lid comes down like that, and you can lock it here, and you can lock it there. Now there's one more thing on this. There's places here and here, and they're for chains with hooks. And there's the hooks there, and they are basically for if you want to put wheelie bins in here, for example. You know, so when you screw them on, they're really simple. Screw them up, and then you can hook the lid of your wheelie bin. So when you open your box, it lifts the lids at the same time. But we're not using it for that purpose. We're using it for storage, basically. But anyway, here we go. That's how you assemble one of these things, start to finish. Click. Simple.